I am Harsha Sadish of S4 CSEB. My roll number is 123, and today I will be speaking about electric cars and their role in the future of motorized vehicles. So, what is an electric vehicle? Like compared to the normal petroleum vehicles, an electric vehicle uses one or more electric motors for propulsion, and the energy required for running these electric motors are from a battery or which are recharged by solar cells or fuel cells. So why do we really need EVs? Like cannot we can use petroleum products and again continue for many years now. So as we see in the 21st century, global warming has increased to a very high amount, and the global atmospheric temperature is also increasing zero point 0.5 degrees for every 10 years. So these petroleum vehicles release a lot of smoke into the atmosphere, which adds to the global warming. Also, by the extensive use of petroleum products, the petroleum resources have reduced significantly, and they say that by the year 2050, petroleum will be fully used up. So we have to shift to new electric vehicles. So, what are the advantages of electric vehicles over the normal petroleum vehicles? As we can see, no gas is required. As nowadays, the price of petroleum has increased up to rupees 100 in India. So, as we see, many people are now tempted to move to electric vehicles so that they can reduce their running cost. Electric vehicles are more convenient to use, and also it adds to a lot of savings by not buying petroleum, and also the maintenance cost of electric vehicles is very low compared to the normal diesel and petrol vehicles. This is because there is no burning of fuel taking place, and only a battery is being used, and the battery has to be changed for every 1,40,000 kilometers only. That's the only main expense of electric vehicles. So a lot of savings are there. Only the initial expense is a little bit high. And also the main advantage is no emissions are there for electric vehicles, or limited emissions when compared to the normal petroleum vehicles. And also now electric vehicles are being more popular. The trend is not seen that much in India, but other foreign countries like US, UK, the Tesla company has come up. Like many people are now tempted to buy Tesla rather than being a petrol head and buying other vehicles. And it's also safer to drive. Like electric vehicles have more safety features like self drive, etc. So when compared to the normal petroleum vehicles, and so they are more safer to drive, and cost effective, low maintenance. Also noise pollution is very much low because there is literally no sound that is emitted when the electric vehicle is running. And also the battery life is 1,40,000 kilometers, whereas for the normal petrol and diesel vehicles you have to change the parts every 10,000 kilometers or 15,000 kilometers. And also electric vehicles are easier driving. Like the amount of torque produced in an electric vehicle is very much higher than that compared to petrol and diesel vehicles. And okay, let's talk about the disadvantage of electric vehicles. Like still there are these many advantages, but why people are not shifting to electric vehicles? Like the recharge points, especially in India, are very low. Like only the major cities have those, and the initial investment is a little bit too steep. Like the electric vehicle costs about 5 lakhs more than the normal diesel or petrol of the same variant. And electricity also is not free. Like now, in order to encourage people to buy electric vehicles, the government has brought the free charging setup, but in a few years that will also be gone. And also, electric vehicles have a very short range of driving, and speed is also not that much. And it takes about 40 to 50 minutes for 100% recharge of an electric vehicle, and it adds to the trip time of the trip. And also battery replacement charges is also very high, and it's also not suitable for cities where there is no charging outlets, etc. And also in the market till now there are not many choices for electric vehicles. So let's see the number of electric vehicles which compared to the normal petrol and diesel vehicles. In the 21st century, we can see that the electric vehicles have increased a very large amount, but still it's only 2.4% of the total car sales, which is very low. But nowadays, instead of the normal petrol and diesel vehicles, people are preferring to move to a hybrid vehicle, which is a combination of both petrol and petrol and electric vehicles. So both combined, you will get a more fuel efficiency and so. So next, let's see the main EV companies. The major player in this space is Tesla, which is founded by Elon Musk. The main purpose of Tesla is to expedite the move to sustainable transport and energy obtained through electric vehicles and solar power. Other than Tesla, which is a newcomer to the market, old companies like Hyundai, Mahindra, Tata have also introduced new EVs into their fleet of cars. So this is a picture of Elon Musk with his unveiling of the Model S, which is a Tesla car, and this is a Model T of Tesla car. Let's see the EVs in India. When compared to the US, UK, and other European and our European countries, EV still in India is not that much of an ideal buy for people because of the lack of charging capacity. Only the major cities have the infrastructure to charge such electric vehicles, and also the range is too low in India that many people do not prefer buying electric vehicles as it adds to the trip time. But the state government and central government, as we can see, have brought about many changes to the electric vehicle market that many people are inclined to buy electric vehicles rather than petrol and diesel. Like the government are giving subsidies, a big huge amount of subsidies to people who are purchasing electric vehicles. And also now, till now, charging is entirely free for electric vehicles. In the state of Kerala, as we can see, there are many charging points, but still it's not adequate enough to accommodate the entire population of Kerala. Also, as we can see, the Indian EV market has major players like Tata Motors and Mahindra, which are Indian companies, and also new brands like Morris Garages, there is MG Motors, also which is a British player, has also brought about electric vehicles in India. In the heavy vehicle industry, the Ashok Leyland has manufactured electric buses for government vehicles. As we know that government buses are very much polluting and they are all BS3 vehicles or BS4 vehicles. So with the entry of BS6, they cannot be used anymore. So many people, when they are upgrading their buses, they are upgrading to electric vehicles, which are almost cost efficient also to run. So I had come across an article in the newspaper like a person from Kerala has claimed zero running costs for his electric vehicle, the Tata Nexon EV, which he has in his house. He has installed solar panels for propagation of electricity, and using these solar generated electricity, he charges his vehicle. So he has zero running cost for his vehicle. That is only the maintenance cost and the changing of battery, which is only after 1,40,000 kilometers, is needed. So it's almost zero, this running cost. Also, many electric buses have now started to play in the Indian market. Like this is a picture of KSRTC. Like this bus has a range of about 250 kilometers to 300 kilometers, and this runs in the route of Thiruvananthapuram to Ernakulam. This is an entirely electric bus which is air conditioned also and almost has the seating capacity of a normal low floor bus. So the many segments have brought in buses to increase the use of electric buses in the state. So next is the questions. Uh, Thank you and have a nice day. Signing off.